be his best character.
Goes Lucina. So he's not going Sheik, he's going Lucina instead.
Both of these icons are lies. And
Yeah,
both
they actually are.
sides.
And both of their names are switched also. Or they should be.
Yeah, just
We shall let the stream know as soon as Zen comes back in. So yeah, starting off, Dan getting his auto grab combos. Byleth, ooh, that was near fair. That was pretty cool.
Byleth starting to cook.
Ooh, that was pretty sick. This game looking pretty even, honestly.
True. Like, this character is way too new, I think, for most people to know anything about the matchup. But what do you think, or what are your thoughts actually right now on this?
With Byleth's intention, of course, Byleth is supposed to be a character that has all the range and all the kill power, just no get off me options, except for, I guess, Nair.
True. Nair out of shield, and I believe up B out of shield can sometimes punish certain options, but it's a little too slow, I believe, for
But yeah, so
like
this character has a lot of end lag in a game with no end lag, so it's going to be a little
rough. But that kill power compensates, I'm telling
that's
you.
incredible.
That's like Ganondorf kill power.
So yeah, so there's this thing that I like to think of in bracket, or not even in bracket, but like when you play the game, where you have a character that like you can play in a playstyle where you don't punish people's immediate options. Like if they land with an aerial and they shield right after, some characters can punish before they shield and some characters can't. Some characters can spot dodge and get away with it. I think Byleth is a little too slow.
To be able to like spot dodge cancel like efficiently.
Yeah, to not to spot dodge cancel, but to just punish, you know, like an auto cancel aerial from Lucina. But he'll be able to definitely punish the spot dodge that comes after if, you know, Lucina chooses to do that.
True. But in that scenario, it's weird. The amount of lag like added to the character seems to like, I don't know, it seems to hinder a lot of the options the character seems to want to go for.
Exactly. So you just have to hope that the player is, you know, unfamiliar with the matchup.
And I mean, that could be fair. Most people, from my understanding, have not played Byleth, or at least, you know, a decent Byleth, at least to this point.
Yeah, no, this character has only been out for like,
2
not
days?
even a week.
Yeah.
And CPU running away with this huge lead.
Oh my.
Making it look like Lucina's the low tier. Kind of crazy. So yes, using fail not. I was gonna say spamming, but no. Using fail not in a very in a very educated manner. Going for that, getting that grab. That was what? Was that forward throw into forward air? That was crazy. All right, Dan getting 3 nairs.
Ooh, that parried.
The fail not.
Ooh.
Oh boy. Was
Was
that true?
It was. If he had waited a little bit and gotten tipper, it would have killed. Which is
without a doubt.
actually
You know,
insane.
this character definitely has the potential to cheese, but because the character is so slow, I almost feel like it's a justified cheese. Like,
yeah. Like if you got hit by it, you got hit by it. And ooh.
wow, these options,
Like,
these
hey,
options are kind of crazy. Like
nobody expected
this
like,
is a lot of range that CPU is using, and so it's kind of weird to punish. Oh boy, that was an interesting option. I think he's just confident. I think he's just like, this match is already over. Enough, everything I do will kill. I'm just gonna.
True,
I'm just gonna go for it. Oh, boy.
But if he plays this incorrectly, this can turn on him real soon. And
but he still has the stock lead, which is the main thing. Even if he takes this stock, almost.
that spacing, man, I'm telling you, this character's gonna get scarier with time.
Maybe
People
Byleth
figure it out.
Ooh, that's death. Maybe Byleth might be the character that everyone uses if you want to practice your tech chasing or something. Because it looks like what Byleth can get off of tech chases is probably a lot better than anything else the character
that most people can, especially because her ability to kill early.
Oh, that up air is definitely going to catch it. That up air, if I know a couple moves of Byleth that are good, as good as Byleth comes. Nair, up air, and up smash are all very strong moves Nair's not strong, but it's practical, it's useful.
As well as her down tilt.
Yeah, 1-0 CPU's favorite. Using the green core and alt instead.
We'll make it work. But where are we going for this game?
We're on a budget here, guys.
I don't know where you feel comfortable taking.
I'm guessing he's going to want to go to a stage with platforms, I'm assuming CPU didn't ban all of them. Well, you can't ban all of them, but I'm guessing triplats,
Battlefield Yoshi's.
Lilat.
Back to FG.
Dan probably going to switch characters.
Are we going to see the legendary Sheik? Yes.
It's time for the Sheik.
Guys,
now let's see
cooking.
what Lucina couldn't do. Maybe Sheik will with good frame or faster frame data, a buff, and
some buttons she can actually use.
Yeah, some pretty good buttons. Starting off with Needle. Oh,
wow, 15%. That's more than Sheik does in anything. That's kind of crazy. Look at that.
It's almost as if Byleth has an eternal lead now.
Is this the Elite's character. It's the Elite Smash character.
I have never seen a Byleth actually win before, so this is kind of, awe-inspiring.
True. But CPU was putting in a lot of work, I believe, last night at Versus. And I think he's been working on it.
Last night was Tate's, unless you mean Versus like 2 days ago, which is
You
right.
are correct. I got it.
Yep.
Confuzzled. But we're about to see. Okay, the Sheik is starting to cook a little bit.
Yeah, the Sheik definitely, like, Dan choosing to pick a character that is, less spacing, less zoning, more neutral base, more hits, rather.
Okay.
Less rogue hits, more combo hits, more guaranteed stuff, more technical play. And Dan takes the first stock. So
Hey, that force match was godly. Hey,
yeah, no, if you can hit someone with Sheik smash attacks, you got it.
Hey, if you hard read someone like that, man, that's all you. But in those situations, I understand where her ability to like combo you comes from, but I feel like her inability sometimes to get a kill sometimes seems to bite her. Like she works a little too hard to get a kill versus other characters. Like in this scenario,
But this is definitely what Sheik, I think, wants to be doing, knowing that no matter what happens, there's always a safe that, hey, I have a stock lead, and there it's gone. So I commentators curse that one, definitely. But a 52% lead is still not bad. It's just Sheik players, they're not Sheik players, but Sheik as a character doesn't think in terms of percent. Sheik players think in terms of, do I have the stock? That determines if I have the lead or not.
but I do think,
All these frame traps happening.
the grenade buff might actually come into play here.
Let's see if you can land it.
Okay,
Okay, forward throw into forward air, not hitting this time.
I think it's because he was at 115. So
The rage might have, yeah.
Ooh.
CPU
Little bit
going for a
off.
lot of back air. Dan trying to use the needles on neutral get up. Not a very good idea because invincibility just says no sometimes.
The priority
Going
though,
back
the
to the
sword,
middle.
I think is going to
So-
have impact here.
That was good. I do believe that CPU is going for a little bit too much of drop down up B again, because it's not necessarily safe, as Dan just punished, depending on some of the characters. But if Dan was like nearby the ledge, then yes, I'm sure it would have been a lot better of an option. But he's using it a little bit too much, and now this lead is very much Dan's to take. Should CPU not be able to take the stock with a rogue F smash, I'm sure, or a down B should he dare to go for it.
Ooh.
Here we go.
Back
How
air.
is this edge guard?
Regrab.
Non-existent. Oh boy.
But gets
Almost.
the sour spot.
Gets the sour spot. Yep. Sweet spot not hitting. Going for back air, covering the jump. Going for bouncing fish missing. Going for the ledge trap.
The
Now-
lingering forward air actually almost taking it, but this area, going all the way out there.
Oh boy. This is
Okay.
Byleth's last stand.
He needs to get something happening like right here if he wants to find a way to bring
Yeah,
it
there
back.
he goes again with it.
I don't like these options coming from him. These are super laggy and easily punishable right here.
Well, as far as laggy goes, I mean, this character, everything this character does is laggy. But that was definitely a punish. Something he could have punished if he. I'm not sure he knew if that would be a roll, but if he saw that coming, that could have been much worse. That's not going to kill.
Ooh.
She's going for the arrow. Almost getting it.
F-tilt.
Using F tilt, barely missing it. And here we are in this last hit situation. Dan
Okay.
definitely up a stock, showing that he definitely has the frames to contest pretty much anything Byleth does.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh boy. Up the
Darking.
fair after.
Yeah.
Jump fair getting it.
I think that was actually a pretty dominating game actually by.
That was a
DanStrife.
lot better. Dan, I think, gonna put his Lucina away for a while, showing that like I wanna be able to press buttons and be rewarded for it instead of just press buttons sometimes and just lose.
No, the real,
Dan. So it is 1-1 now.
the real question is: are we going to see a switch from CPU here, and are we going to see the Wii Fit? Now, we saw it, I believe, 2 nights ago when he lost, and I don't know if he wants to stick it out with Byleth or if he's going to try and force it.
I think he's gonna go to Wii Fit. I believe he will be going Wii Fit.
Shall see. The tried and true.
Dan will be obviously staying Sheik because he won, unless he wants to go back. Huh?
Hello,
Oh boy.
guys. We're throwing away game 3.
I'm not sure, but hopefully Dan knows something we don't, because
Maybe he wants more experience in this matchup.
I don't think that's it. I think it's the stage. I honestly think it has everything to do with the stage. because
the platforms do like serve him. This is essentially another battlefield for him to work with. But in that scenario, I still don't know why he wanted to switch off. I feel like he had so much of like a demanding presence with the Sheik that it might have been better for him to stick it out through here.
yes, but needle's probably not as prevalent, and I'm sure these slants would definitely get in the way because as a Fox player, sometimes these slants definitely just make things so much harder than they need to be. That down smash missing. CPU not having as strong of a lead as before.
Okay.
Getting edge guard.
I think he
Ooh.
could have grabbed the wall there, but I'm not sure. If he was just maybe a little too low. Okay. Oh.
Oh boy.
That down
One
smash.
more of those, and that could definitely change things. Catching the jump with up air, very good. It's just Dan was not at a high enough percent to the point where that would have made it a killing option. So now we have a small lead by DanStrife, assuming that. Oh boy, these guys are throwing things at each other.
There. Or there. Ooh.
Oh boy, DanStrife showing that his Lucina is still good. I'm just stupid. And
smash
I
it?
commentators cursed it again. I should retire.
Oh.
There goes CPU again with the up B stuff. He always does it at least once. I'm not sure why or how many times, but I think it's a better idea to do it against Dan because, or not against Dan, but rather against Lucina because Lucina doesn't have projectiles to contest it.
But in that scenario, it seems like a lot of her moves are missing, or at least Dan is slightly missing the punish on the ledge regrabs, and I think it might cost him if he doesn't.
Oh boy, that was
Whoa.
good rogue side B.
Yeah.
The landing with fail not, I believe, is helping a lot in CPU's case. That Nair looking a little better than we had anticipated.
True. A lot of people were comparing it early on to Pits, but I believe the hitbox is like slightly larger, if I'm not mistaken, and a little bit wider on the side. On the side? Oh, never mind. Okay,
Oh
Sharking
boy,
with a forward air.
Sharking with the forward air. Dan getting a ledge an edge guard rather, not a ledge shot.
What are we going to see on this pressure? Oh,
Let's see how this
roll.
goes because this is tournament stock for CPU, or not tournament stock, but winner stock for CPU, and neither of these players want to go to losers. That's very obvious. Today is a very much a shark day, where
Losers is the scariest place.
losers is definitely the last place you'd want to be in, no matter what part of losers you're in. But yeah, so let's see, can Dan bring this lead, or will CPU find a way to
I don't
even it out?
like this. Okay. So coming back from ledge. Oh, that's
Here we
standing
go.
grab. Looking for a down tilt. Maybe a down tilt to up
Oh
air.
boy,
Might
this
be
looks like
enough
it might be a wrap.
True, but he needs to get back to stage. Ooh,
Oh,
that
boy.
F tilt might be a
Dan.
good answer. What's the pressure?
Dan going for 2 shield breaks in a row, thinking that maybe CPU should be scared because there is, a very big lead in the way and that he feels like he won't get hit. But
That F tilt.
CPU has not shielded in quite a while. That F tilt hitting. Let's see if CPU has what it takes to make this comeback. I don't believe so, but the game always proves wrong,
Up air. Okay.
and so we'll see.
I want to see if we can get a juggle started here. I think if CPU can get a little bit juggle started.
I believe there could have been up airs there that CPU could have taken.
Okay, let's grab. It's gonna be the edge
Here
guard.
we go.
Back air,
This is it.
all the way off stage. See, in that scenario, it could have been a reverse edge guard, I believe. If
CPU shooting a lot more. Dan definitely tried sniping one of them out. Dan gonna see if he can do something at the ledge here. Oh,
the
and is that
punish.
it? That will be
that
it.
will be it. Finally, the punish on actually the regrab front. I think he's done it way too many times.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that was his downfall.
If he had saved it, I believe maybe for a mix-up or once.
A
or
couple
twice
of times,
there,
yeah. If
but
you could have just chosen a different option sometimes, I think it would have made all the difference. But DanStrife taking it, good stuff, adapting, showing that he, whether he wins or loses, usually isn't the character. 'Cause
Sure.
He's just proved this wrong with that.
Yeah, but we're gonna be hopping off, guys.